What's up guys, welcome to the garage. We are back with this thing, the HG-101 short course truck. A lot of you commented on the previous video how much like a Traxxas Slash it looks. Yeah, I guess it's pretty much styled on that. As you know, these Chinese brands like to copy other stuff out there, but other than how it looks, it's definitely not built like a Traxxas Slash, and that's coming from someone who doesn't really like Traxxas, but yeah, definitely not built like one. So anyway, the last time you saw this, I wasn't too impressed with it, so we've had some changes. Took this thing out because that is this 550 motor, it's just got no power at all. The ESC I took out as well. I did try running it on a full 2S and I got 24 kilometers an hour, and then the ESC gave up, so took it all out. And it's no surprise because you've probably read the title. It's got a brushless setup in there now. Really easy this to stick in. It probably took like 10 minutes to get the brushless in there. So it's got a 390 kV Surplus Hobby. These are pretty much the same as a Gould RC, they're just labelled different. So 390 kV sensorless with a 60 amp ESC there. And then we've got it with one of my favourite batteries. These are Wanfizz. This is a 5000 milliamp hour 60C 2S Lipo. So links to the ESC and the motor in the description. Link to the batteries also in the description, and a link for this truck. Now I'm not going to talk too much about it because I did give it a good bash, and as you'll see, I had a load of fun. I did brake it as well. Got 2 brakes, maybe 3. Yeah, so I've just had a look, so got 3 things to have a quick chat about. You can see straight away, so speed tested it and done a speed test, and you can see the acceleration of this thing. And on the speed test, I got a decent 42 kilometers an hour, and I probably could have got a bit more if I had a bit more space. That was in quite a short space that I got that 42 kilometers an hour, so double what this done out of the box, just by sticking this motor in it. And it's not a massively powerful motor. It's actually a bit smaller because it's a 540 size motor, so it's a bit smaller, and it's 390 kV. So not a massive powerful motor, and it is only a cheap Chinese one. And the battery, 2S Lipo. So after speed run, I just took it out, and this thing goes so much better now. It needs wheels and tyres. These wheels are real cheap plastic. The tyres are a bit too hard, so I couldn't get any traction. Although I did roll over quite a few times, but that's due to the stiff suspension. You can see it lifting the front wheel all the time when I'm turning. It's due to the suspension. So if you want to spend a bit of money on this, it's going to be alright, but by the time you spend all the money on it, you may have enough, or you may be able to save a little bit more and get something like a Arrma Senton or something like that, like I've mentioned before, which I have got, by the way, and I will test it soon, I promise, those that are waiting for it. So what did I break? Well, I'm going to show you this bit now. So doing a few jumps, trying to get some good shots, and I smashed it into the curb. Now that, I didn't notice till afterwards, but that little hit, I don't know if you can see it if I just bend it there. Let's crack the chassis across there. Now, not a massive issue because I'll be able to put a bit of epoxy in there, so cracked that. Then rolled it a few times. I don't know when this happened. I thought it happened when I actually pick up the piece off the floor, but I think it's prior to that, because on some of the donuts you can see that this wheel isn't spinning with the rest. So as you can see, we've lost a drive shaft as well, and it's sheared off completely on the end there, so we're only 3-wheel drive now. And something I only noticed just a minute ago is also smashed this wheel and cracked it. So not sure when that happened. I have looked back over the video and I've checked everywhere, and I can't see at what point I rolled. I mean, I rolled it loads, so it could have been at any point on that video it could have broken. But anyway, so we're 3-wheel drive at the moment with a cracked chassis and a broken wheel. So I'm going to put this on the shelf for a bit, but what I am going to do is I'm going to probably put my Senton wheels and tyres on this once I've got a new drive shaft. I'm sure I could probably measure them and find one. I'm not sure if you can get spares for these yet, but I'll find a drive shaft. If not, I'm just going to do it rear wheel drive. and then we'll go from there. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you next time.
Turn up in the back.
I'll be turning up.